name's Amanda. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I wanted to share a short, simple yoga sequence today based in Vinyasa flow, just to help get a little bit of movement into the day, warm up the body, mobilize the joints, and also hopefully calm the mind as well. So this will be a shorter sequence, and because of that, we're going to start right away in our tabletop shape. So if you want to take a couple of breaths in a seated position before we get going, go for it. Take those moments to get grounded, and then we'll meet in tabletop. So for our tabletop shape, we're coming to our hands and knees. The wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. The spine is nice and long. And then we take the gaze or the drishti in between the hands and a little bit ahead of the hands. So the neck is nice and long as well. From our tabletop shape, we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. So to move through those shapes, we're going to inhale and send the hips up and back, drop the belly down, the chest and the gaze come forward, and the shoulder blades squeeze in towards the spine, nice and gentle with that squeeze. On your exhale, scoop the tailbone under, pull the belly into the spine, and then tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, send the hips up and back, drop the belly down, bring the chest and the gaze forward. And exhale, scoop the tailbone, press the spine up towards the ceiling as you press into the palms. Inhaling to arch. Exhaling to round. We'll take 2 more rounds like that. If you want to also kind of shift a little side to side or roll in the hips, roll in the neck, that's fine. Exhaling to round. 1 more round just like that. Inhale to arch, this is cow pose. And exhale to round for cat pose. And then come to your flat back shape. And from your tabletop or your flat back, we'll walk the hands a couple inches forward and then tuck the toes, pressing into the floor to send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. And I always like to offer that in our first downward dog, it's really nice to widen the feet and bend into the knees. That way we're not stretching into the hamstrings too much yet, we're just warming up the body. You can also pedal the feet, so lifting one heel, then the other. You can also nod the head yes, shake the head no. Eventually you might step the feet in closer, or you might stay with a wide stance. We'll take 1 more breath in this downward facing dog shape. Stay for that exhale. At the base of the exhale, we'll bring the gaze forward up towards the hands, bend the knees a little bit, and just walk the feet up. Nice and slow, no rush here. Feet are about hips width apart. On your inhale, hands come to the shins. Lift the spine halfway. The top of the head reaches towards the front of the room. And on your exhale, bend into the knees. Soften the shoulders down for a forward fold. Hands can come to the floor. They can come to blocks. If you're familiar with this forearm cross in the forward fold, go for that as well. If you took that forearm cross, just switch it. Opposite forearm comes to the front. We'll take 2 more breaths. One more breath in. 1 more breath out. And then press into the feet. Slowly curl up to stand. When you get about halfway there, begin to take an inhale and send the arms wide. Reach the arms up overhead, letting the palms touch at the top of the inhale, and on the exhale, hands come to the sides in mountain pose or Tadasana. And then we'll step the feet closer together, and we'll move through a vinyasa or part of a sun salutation. So inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to fold forward, and we're following our breath for the movement here. So inhale to lift the spine halfway, hands come to the shins. Exhale, bend the knees, the hands come to the floor, step 1 foot, then the other foot back. So we're in a high plank. You can also tap the knees down here. On your inhale, press into the palms, broaden the chest, and on the exhale, come down to the floor, totally with the whole belly, the whole body. Hands on the other side of the chest. Elbows point back, tops of the feet are down. Take an inhale, press into the floor as you squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the chest any amount for cobra. On the exhale, release. Tap the toes. Send the hips up and back for downward facing dog and take a full breath in. Take a full breath out. And then on your inhale, you'll send the right leg up and back, pressing back through your right heel. On the exhale, pull this right knee into the chest. Step the foot between the hands and tap this back knee down. Top of the back foot comes out as well. Press into the floor with the legs. Inhale the arms up for a low lunge. And exhale, release the hands to the floor. Tap the back toes. Lift this back knee. Send your right leg up and back on the inhale. And on the exhale, soften the foot down for downward facing dog. Take a breath between sides. And then on your next inhale, the left leg reaches up and back. On the exhale, pull the knee into the chest. Step the foot between the hands. The back knee taps down. Top of the back foot comes down as well. Inhale the arms up for low lunge. Keep pressing into the floor with the legs. And on the exhale, release the hands down. Tap these back toes. Lift this back knee. Press in the palms. Inhale your left leg up and back. And on the exhale, soften the foot down. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Now step the feet together. Inhale to lift the heels up away from the floor like you're standing on the tippy toes. On the exhale, bend the knees forward. Bring the gaze forward and we'll just walk the feet up. Unless you know you have a hop in your practice, you can do that as well. We're going to take a few steps coming to the top of the mat. Inhale to lift the spine halfway. And exhale to fold. Press down into the feet. Curl up to stand. Inhale, send the arms up. Exhale, mountain pose or Tadasana. And we'll follow a similar flow, again moving with the breath. So inhale, reach the arms up and watch the palms overhead. On the exhale, fold forward, and you can always bend the knees for these forward folds. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, take the hands to the floor, step one foot, then the other back, finding high plank or tapping the knees down. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, if you have chaturanga in your practice, you can come through it now. Otherwise, come back to the belly and move through cobra like we've done. So if you're coming through chaturanga, shift the shoulders forward, bend until you're hovering above the floor, and then roll onto the tops of the feet, inhaling for upward facing dog. On your exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog, and we'll all meet there. Take a full breath in, full breath out. On your next inhale, the right leg reaches up and back. On the exhale, pull the knee into the chest, step the foot between the hands. This time, the back knee stays lifted. So this is runner's lunge. Wiggle this right foot so that the heel is under the knee. Tap the fingers, pull the belly and the torso a little bit off of this front thigh, and then keep your left fingers down. Press into the floor with the feet and inhale your right arm up and out, twisting into a twisting runner's lunge. So the chest is turning towards your right. On your inhale, reach the right fingers up and press into the feet. Stay for the exhale. Take another breath in. On the exhale, right hand comes to the floor, tend the fingers. Now drop your back heel down to the floor. Press into the feet. Windmill the arms up, finding a warrior two shape. And for warrior two, same thing. This front knee should be pretty close to being over the heel. It might be a little bit behind, preferably not a little bit ahead. Should be right around over that heel. Press into the feet so we're firmly connected to the floor, and the arms come wide. Reach out to the fingers. Bring the gaze over the middle finger of your right hand. Take a full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Flip your right palm towards the ceiling. On your inhale, send the right arm up and back, but keep bending into your right knee for reverse warrior. On the exhale, come back to stand. Keep bending into your right knee, take a full breath in. On your exhale, right elbow comes to your right thigh. The left arm sweeps over the left ear. This is extended side angle. We'll take 2 breaths here. Just stay connected to the floor. Press into your right foot and press into your back foot as well. Take 1 more breath. Stay for the exhale. Base of the exhale, windmill the arms up into warrior 2, then right away, flip this right palm up towards the ceiling. Press into your right foot, lengthen the right leg. Inhale, reach that right arm up and back. Exhale, come all the way back to stand. Now take the hands to the hips. Turn your right toes to the left side of your mat, and the left toes as well. So our toes are facing the same way, the long edge of the mat. Press into the outside of the feet. You can have a little bend in the knees here if you know you have tight hamstrings, or if you hyperextend the knees. Hands are on the hips. On the inhale, lift the chest up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, you're going to fold forward into a wide straddle forward fold. You can release the hands onto the floor or to blocks, release the head and the neck down as well. 2 breaths here. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. And then you can gently bend into the knees a little bit more. Lift the head, lift the spine halfway. And we're just going to walk the hands up to frame the right foot, coming back into our runner's lunge. So lift that back heel up off the floor. From here, press into the palms. Inhale your right leg up and back for a 3-legged dog, but keep that leg lifted. Turn your right toes out to the right. Bend that right knee. And let the right foot fall off to the left. So we're opening the right hip. But keep pressing into the palms as well. Take a full breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale your right leg straight up and back. And exhale, soften the foot to the floor, downward facing dog. Take a full breath between the sides. And I'm just going to switch directions so I can still see you. Now from our downward dog, your next inhale will send the left leg up and back. On the exhale, pull the left knee into the chest. Step the foot between the hands, runner's lunge. Wiggle that heel wherever it needs to be so it's under the knee. Tap the fingers. Lift the chest and the torso off of the front thigh. The right fingers stay down. Inhale your left arm up and out, twisting over that left knee. And keep pressing into the feet to help you stay grounded in the legs. Take another breath in. And on your exhale, release that left hand to the floor. Send that back heel down to the floor as well. Press into the feet, windmill the arms up, warrior 2 with the left leg forward. And find that stance where your left knee is pretty much over your left heel. Arms come wide, gaze is over the left hand. Take a full breath in. And then a full breath out. Flip this left palm up towards the ceiling. On your inhale, the left arm reaches up and back, but keep bending into your left knee for reverse warrior. On your exhale, come back to stand. Take an inhale. On your exhale, left elbow and forearm come to the left thigh. Your right arm comes alongside the right ear for extended side angle. Press into the left foot. Press into the right foot. 2 breaths. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. At the base of that exhale, press into the feet. Windmill the arms up, warrior 2, and then flip the left palm. Inhale, extend your left leg. Reach the left arm up and back. Reverse triangle. On your exhale, come all the way up to stand. Hands come to the hips. Left toes turn towards that right edge of the mat. And the right toes are facing that way as well. So we're just facing the long edge of the mat. Hands come to the hips. Press into the feet, maybe you bend the knees. On your inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades back as well. And on your exhale, fold forward. 2 breaths here. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then bend into the knees a little bit. Lift the torso up halfway. Walk the hands up to frame your left foot, finding runner's lunge with the left leg forward. Press into palms. On your inhale, the left leg reaches up and back. Keep the leg lifted. Your left toes turn to the left. Bend the knee. Open that hip so the foot falls off to the right. But keep pressing into the palms. Take a full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, soften the foot down. Take a full breath in. A full breath out. One more breath in. On the exhale, tap the knees down. Find your tabletop shape. And from tabletop, take the big toes together. Separate the knees wide and sink the hips down and back for child's pose. In child's pose, we're gently pressing into the palms to keep the arms long. The forehead usually rests on the floor. The hips might not come down as far, and that's okay. We're just allowing the low back to settle and soften. Sometimes if you have a block or a pillow or a blanket, you can take it under the chest for a little extra support for the torso. That can feel really nice. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Using this time in our child's pose to bring the attention, the awareness back to the breath. To notice how we're feeling after some movement. A little bit of heat is moving through the body right now. Two more breaths in this child's pose. One more breath in. One more breath out. At the base of your exhale, you'll walk the hands under the shoulders and reset the knees and the feet, finding our tabletop shape. You can take a round or two of cat-cow, inhaling for the arch. Exhaling for the round, reminding ourselves of that rhythmic movement of the spine here. And then at the base of your last exhale, we're going to find a seat. So take the knees together, let the hips fall to one side. You can swing the legs forward to the front of your mat, and then find a comfortable seat. So crossing the legs if that feels good for you. Maybe grabbing that blanket or pillow and putting it under the hips. And then we'll take the hands to the knees of the thighs and close the eyes. Just noticing how the breath feels, how the body feels, how the quality of the energy moving through us feels. Sometimes just a little bit of movement, a little play in the body is all it takes to calm the mind, find clarity, and release any tension that we might be holding during our day. If you chose to set an intention for this practice, remember that intention now, so bring it back into the mind. And then take the palms together in front of the chest. Keeping that intention in mind, keeping the eyes closed, press the thumbs into the breastbone, sit tall. We'll release the intention and close with one last intentional breath. So take a nice big inhale. And then sigh that breath out. Let the intention be released with that breath. Return to your easy, natural breathing. You can take the thumb knuckles between the eyes to the third eye. Offer yourself some gratitude for coming to practice today. And I'll offer my gratitude as well. Thanks for joining. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you again soon.